Welcome to the African News Network. Today's special report turns to the dramatic twists and turns in the race for the White House. We delve into the tumultuous journey of Donald Trump's campaign, marked by legal victories, debates, a shocking assassination attempt, and noteworthy moments at the Republican National Convention. Let's start at the beginning. On June 27th, the first U.S. presidential debate of 2024 took place, and it was a pivotal moment. President Joe Biden and Donald Trump faced off in a high-stakes confrontation. Prior to the debate, the race had been neck and neck, but Biden's performance was widely seen as a stumble. As we can recall, Biden struggled to articulate his points, stumbling over his words and appearing confused. With the historical 14-second gaze into space, it was a painful moment for the Democrats and raised serious doubts about Biden's ability to continue his campaign. This sentiment was echoed across the political spectrum, with many calling for Biden to step aside before the Democratic convention, with some even calling Michelle Obama a better candidate. Fast forward to July 1st, when the Supreme Court handed Donald Trump a significant legal victory. The court ruled that Trump had partial immunity from prosecution for actions taken while he was president. This ruling was a game changer in Trump's bid for re-election. But what does this ruling mean for Trump's legal battles? For core presidential activities, Trump has absolute immunity. This means his efforts to overturn the 2020 election through conversations with the Justice Department are covered. However, for other actions, the courts must sort out the extent of his immunity, a process that could take months. The ruling drew sharp criticism from the liberal bloc of the court. Justice Sonia Sotomayor warned it creates a king above the law. This decision is seen by many as possibly setting a dangerous precedent for presidential accountability. Amid these legal victories, Trump faced a near-fatal threat. On July 14th, at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, Trump was shot and injured in an assassination attempt. The FBI later identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was killed at the scene. What do we know about the shooter and his motives? Investigators are still piecing together Crooks' actions leading up to the attack. He purchased ammunition and a ladder shortly before the rally, and he had an improvised explosive device in his car. However, his motives remain unclear, as there's no apparent evidence of political or ideological impetus. Despite this shocking event, Trump pressed on with his campaign. He appeared at the Republican National Convention just days later, bandaged but undeterred. On July 15th, Trump was officially nominated as the Republican candidate and named Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate, solidifying his campaign team. The convention was a moment of unity for the Republican Party. Trump received strong endorsements from former rivals Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis, who both emphasized the importance of party solidarity in defeating the Democrats in November. Nikki Haley praised Trump's resilience, stating, "President Trump has proven time and again that he is a fighter for the American people. We stand united behind him and Senator Vance to ensure a victory in November." Ron DeSantis echoed these sentiments, saying, "Now is the time for our party to come together. We must rally behind President Trump and J.D. Vance to protect the values that make our country great." So what impact has this assassination attempt and the convention had on Trump's campaign? The attempt has galvanized Trump supporters, calling out the Democrats for painting Trump as evil, and cries for unity continue to rally. The endorsements from Haley and DeSantis have further solidified his base, showcasing a unified Republican front. Trump himself has shifted his campaign rhetoric to focus on national unity and resilience, a marked change from his usual combative tone. Meanwhile, the Biden campaign is under immense pressure. Influential figures like Nancy Pelosi and George Clooney have publicly questioned Biden's viability as a candidate. Some Democratic senators have even called for Biden to withdraw from the race. President Biden's response to these calls has been firm. He insists on continuing his campaign, emphasizing his experience and resilience. But doubts linger, especially after another slip-up where he confused Vice President Kamala Harris with Donald Trump during a press conference.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
And Ukrainian President Zelensky for Russian President Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
As we move closer to the November 5th election, the stakes couldn't be higher. Trump is navigating multiple legal battles while contending with the fallout from the assassination attempt. Biden, on the other hand, is facing growing skepticism about his ability to lead for another term. With the nation watching, both candidates must convince the American people that they are the right choice to lead the country. The next few months will be crucial, and we will be here to bring you all the developments. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Cynthia Nifyoandi, and you're watching the African News Network. Stay connected with us on our website, mobile app, and social media platforms.